Hello, it's Jang here with a look at a LEGO Ninjago set. This is Condrai Copter Attack. Comes with 311 pieces. Let's go ahead and look at just the Condrai Copter by itself, and we'll look at the little stuff later on. This is an interesting design of craft. I especially personally like to look at it from the top because I like to look at the winglet shapes because they're different, especially with how these are turned inward towards the tips. You got these interesting fang kind of elements going over the main lift rotors. You can kind of spin those up just a little bit. This is a nice little assembly right here in this section here. I like the shaping and how they've continued the color around. Of course, let's not skip over the front. You've got this really mean looking kind of snake kind of face there with stickers used on the inside just a little bit for the look of the eyes, which have been partly covered up. See, this is all just hinged here. So you kind of move that out of the way so you can see how it's built on the inside, but this is how it's supposed to be. Interesting thing there with the minifig skeleton body. Lots of bone elements used throughout this thing. Really goes well with the rest of the theme. Bone elements along the sides, bone elements all the way back here on the tail. Another one of these assemblies out at the tailmost section of it, and you've got your tail rotor back here as well. So just nice consistent theme, nice consistent color scheme, nice consistent styles of parts used here. I like it. I definitely like it. And it has two cockpits, two spots for folks to sit in it. So you've got one spot over here. You can see just a nice spot for a single minifigure, another over here, and this is your main control section. It's got the kind of bone style of control sticks there. There are a couple of action features to this one. Real proper action feature and one more kind of transformative, partial transformative thing. First of all, the winglets can be angled. You can change the angles of those, so you can angle them up like this. It's supposed to be kind of more of a attack mode versus a regular flying mode. You can do that however you want. You can also angle them down to get a completely different look out of the whole thing. I think that LEGO designers, whenever they have the ability, should always put in the ability to change the angles of wings because it's so cool. It lets you really customize the look. You know, some kids are just gonna love seeing something like that. I like it. Or you can bring it out flat and it's more conventional and it's wider. It feels a little bit bigger this way, or you can bring them up. Maybe feels a little bit more aggressive, you know? It's really easy to pull off, and I just think it's a good thing. You also have flick missiles in here, so you can really shoot with this thing from here and from here, 2 of those in total. And the main central action feature is this net shooter. This is a little rough thing. I have a lot of trouble with LEGO net shooters. You can see it's got a net stuffed up in its mouth there. The idea is that you're going to push this button on the back and you're going to be able to capture something or take something down from the air. Let's see how well this works. Yeah, about that. So let's go ahead and try that again. Stuff the net in there. You're supposed to get it way in there. Hopefully it's not going to get caught up on the teeth. This time I'll try to give it a good fast push. That's a little bit better. I don't think this ever quite works properly. The net thing itself, the assembly, is really nice. Look at all the knots. It's really properly made and it's good material, but the shooter function, and LEGO has done this a number of times. I've never found one of their net shooter functions to work very well. The idea is it's supposed to catch this rocket board over here, but take it or leave it. I still think that the craft itself is really cool. The rocket board belongs to Skylar. It's just a small little assembly just to have something else for another character to be able to fly along with this thing. And you're supposed to stand on the top of it and kind of be turned to the side a little bit. It's kind of the pose that they show. It doesn't work out quite as well as you might expect, but maybe just have him or have her standing completely sideways I think works a little bit better, but then it's a little tougher to get that crossbow shot. I guess that's kind of the look. You know, it's just a little tough to fully turn your character to be facing straight forward because this is the front here. This is the front. there's the rocket exhaust, and it's going to be going off in that direction. Another thing, take it or leave it, but I do appreciate that they gave you something in here to be able to fly with from kind of the good guy side, the ninja side. Just 3 minifigures are included with the set, but I feel like they are all really great figures to get if you are a current Ninjago fan. First on the left is Skylar, and that's a big deal just to get a female ninja, period. It's great to bring in just another female character who's not forced, who's not there just to kind of artificially help bridge the gender gap. I mean, it's a proper character who's being well developed and is integrating well with the story. I think that's going to work out well. And then in the center, you've got Chen. Well, Chen is Chen. Also a really cool figure. Looks exactly like he does in the show. And then over on the right, that's Izor. Izor the eyesore. And I just think he's a cool looking character. He's got the what we nowadays tend to call the mohawk going on for the hairstyle. He's got an interesting face, interesting, you know, it's just a lot of personality there. And with the sleeveless leather jacket, and he's got you can see the belt buckle there with the 2 snake heads coming in. I think that's just a really cool looking figure. It adds some good flavor to the whole thing, you know, as a tough guy on the side. He's got the Anaconda blade, nice printing on the back as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at more. And there you see the regular face of Skylar compared to the face we were looking at, the one going, you know, looking through the mask, the alternate face. But now I want you to see what she looks like with the full headdress on, with the normal face. So just her normal eyes showing through. See, it all looks good. All told, this set makes me happy. I really like the craft, the Condrai Copter itself, because of its looks, its color scheme, its kind of theme of how it's designed, you know, the aesthetics of it, as well as the ability to turn those wings up and down. Each one is designed nicely. You can also kind of rotate them forward and back. It doesn't really do quite so much for the design of this thing to do that, but I just think the thing looks good. And again, the net shooting feature, just if it works for you, then great. If it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't really detract. You know, you can easily remove that mechanism and just leave the thing. What remains is fine. So that just, I can't really take anything off as far as scoring points for the thing. And then the figures, again, the figures are great. The little rocket board is small and maybe a little bit awkward to pose with, but not that bad, you know, and it's just an add-on thing. I think that overall this is a successful set, and if you like the look of the thing, I think you're really going to be happy with the set. It looks excellent in person. You know, there's a difference between seeing something on film on a device on YouTube and actually seeing it in front of you. I feel like this looks better in person, or at least as good in person, and the minifigures do even more so. So those are my thoughts. Please do share your thoughts about the set down in the comments section. Always good to get more feedback from more different folks. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it was enjoyable for you, and I hope that you'll stick around to check out more of my videos, because more are on the way very soon. Bye for now.